How's it going, everybody? My name is Fox, and welcome to the FOXSOLPLAYS channel. Today is another final thoughts video on a recent Let's Play that I've done, which is Transformers Devastation, where this game is basically a story that is pre-Michael Bay, to be honest, which thankfully, because Michael Bay ruined my childhood so many times, that this is actually fantastic. And it's basically another beat-em-up, hack-slash type game, which is really fun, and it's actually one of Platinum's best games I've ever played. And I love Platinum games. In recent times, they've kind of slacked off, and some stuff has been happening with them to which they're not as good as they used to be. But this is a game that really develops so much. I mean, this game gives you epic boss fights that's basically the authentic basically based on the authentic 80s Transformers television show and movie, right down to the original voice actors to basically the background itself. The game is very much cel shaded. The graphics are very much gorgeous. It's a really great, very well polished game. Now, with that being said, the soundtrack of the game is one of the most epic soundtracks I've ever heard in my life. Luckily, like for me personally, I love Soundwave's theme. I've actually, in my car, I'll have that on my phone, and I'll hook it up to the Bluetooth, and I'll just play that, and I'll just rock out to it, because it's really good. There's a lot of soundtracks really good. I mean, you could play in the game, the music is so well done, the boss themes, the stage themes, it's just beautiful. Even Devastator's theme is something so glorious, and it really pumps you up to get into these fights. Now, when it comes down to the gameplay itself, there's a lot of pros and only very few cons that I can think of in there. First of all, you get to play basically the Autobots, which would be Sideswipe, Optimus, Bumblebee, Wheeljack, Grimlock, and basically what you just do is you just go in there, you pick a character you like, and it has a level up system to where you can level up the character's attacks, you can level up their abilities, you can go ahead, you can give them all special moves. Like, one of the best key components in this game is that you need to get is the parry upgrade, which gives you, when you dodge, it helps out with that, basically this witch time effect like they did with Bayonetta, which basically slows down time for a second to where you can go in there and you can keep rocking in there, and then you can hit R1 to do some extra attacks to combo in. Every character has their own type of ultimate, which is completely adjusted to that character. Basically, like, Optimus will punch the ground and do a huge explosion. Bumblebee will throw grenades. Wheeljack will pull out his gun on his shoulder and he'd go boom, 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 and so forth. The game is a good balance, I would say. Like, it's a very good balance of what you're expecting. You're expecting to go in there, fight Decepticons, and just have a ball of a time. Just have a really great time. Like I said, the voice acting in the game is beautiful. It's all the original voice actors that I can remember from Transformers. They do so well, so amazing in there. The background visuals are so beautiful, like I said before. And the story, let's just be honest, the story is really good, but it's not the most memorable story there will be. The story in the game is basically Megatron wants to take over Earth. He wants to Cybertron Earth and make it to where it's a home for the Decepticons and stuff like this, but you're not really paying attention to that. What you're really paying attention to is how far you can go with your combos, how amazing and awesome and flashy you can do things with it, and that's what makes it really awesome. That right there, I'm just going to say, makes it awesome. Now, the cons with the gameplay mechanics is the only thing that I kind of dislike. This is me as a personal preference, because as a person who's played games like Devil May Cry and recently like Ruby Grim Eclipse and stuff like this, the only thing that I really care for when it comes down to basically a beat 'em up, a 3D style beat 'em up, is have a manual lock on, to where I can hit a button and I can lock on, or like a trigger or something, where I can lock onto one certain enemy and the camera will always stay panned to that enemy, to where I can just fight, you know, and not worry that, okay, I'm going to do a couple of hits here and dodge, and then have a camera angle which is going to adjust to my back, to where it's going to kind of screw with me, to where I take a hit and then it's like, man, that shouldn't have happened. And if this thing had a manual lock on, that would be so beautiful. And they did that to games like Metal Gear Rising, Wonderful 101 in a sense. Platinum's always been good with that. Bayonetta, they did that with. But in this one, no, they didn't do that. So that's the only kind of real gripe that I had with it. I kind of also would say, you know, unlike certain games, this one has a good variety of enemies. So, you know, you're not like real big Grim Eclipse that I've recently played. The one thing that really got on my nerves was, okay, I'm just going to fight Grim all day long. Like, there's so many opportunities with that game that I could have fought with so many different things. Well, Transformers Devastation delivers on this. They'll give you different Decepticons to fight, basically. And after a while, it's pretty good. Like, you'll fight the Decepticons, the Insecticons, you'll fight different versions of the Decepticons and Decepticons. But what really, really makes this game stand out is, like I said before, when it comes to the gameplay and stuff like this, and this is the biggest pro that I can tell you, is the boss fights themselves. Because the boss fights aren't just like, go in there, fight. Like, it feels like the entire cutscene, the entire game surrounds around this. And that's what really makes it so superb and makes it so amazing. So, I would have to give Transformers Devastation an 8 out of 10. Reason for 8 out of 10 is because the replayability of the game is far and few between. Like, once you play it, once you beat it, it's cool, that's good, that's awesome. I would love to have seen maybe a multiplayer aspect on this too, maybe like a 2-player co-op to where you and Buddy can go in here and just keep playing this over. But there's really nothing to unlock, there's really nothing to do, and I really do hope that they would do a sequel to this game. I really, really would love to see them do a sequel to this game. Odds of them doing that's probably not likely. And so, yeah, my verdict on this would be that Devastation is basically a nostalgic game. You know, it's very much, you just go in there and you start beating up Decepticons, you go in there, you start beating up the bosses, and then you go into some memorable fights and some of the best music that you'll ever hear within a video game. So, it's very top-notch, very much, and Grimlock is still going to be my all-time most favorite Transformer in the game, even if he is slow, because it reminds me so much of Beast Wars when you play Grimlock. So, until next time, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like this review for whatever reason, please give it a like. Give me a comment what you thought about Transformers Devastation if you've played it, and I'll catch you on the next Final Thought video once we complete another Let's Play. So, until then, guys, take it easy. Have a good one.